Hey everybody, let's kick this off with something bold. Picture the flashing cameras, the velvet ropes, and a man walking calmly down a red carpet, knowing millions are watching. That man is Pierce Brosnan, and the place is the New York City premiere of the Thursday Murder Club. But wait, this isn't just about another movie premiere. This is about legacy, transformation, and a little advice from a guy who knows what it feels like to be the most famous secret agent in the world, James Bond himself. Now, Brosnan isn't Bond anymore, but once you've worn that tuxedo and introduced yourself with a Bond, James Bond, the world never forgets. And here's the kicker. He's got something to say to whoever steps into those perfectly polished shoes next. His advice? Be bold. Enjoy it. Know yourself. That's not just some casual comment. It's life advice dressed up as career guidance. In this video, we're diving into Brosnan's words, what they mean in the grand Bond legacy, and what makes the Thursday Murder Club something more than just another whodunit. From his time with MI6 to tea time with Helen Mirren and Ben Kingsley, Brosnan's journey is about more than just suits and spycraft. So if you've ever wondered what it really takes to be James Bond, or how legendary actors chill between takes, stay with us. You're in for a story full of insight, charm, and a surprising amount of life wisdom. Let's take a moment to talk about Pierce Brosnan, the man who held the license to kill for an entire generation. Between 1995 and 2002, Brosnan starred in 4 James Bond films, starting with GoldenEye, which redefined the franchise for the modern era. He brought a cool sophistication to the role, a mix of charm, danger, and sharp suits that audiences around the world couldn't get enough of. His Bond wasn't just a spy, he was a symbol of cinematic elegance, and to this day, he remains one of the most beloved actors to take on the role. Now, more than 2 decades later, Brosnan finds himself reflecting on that era as talk heats up around who will be the next 007. During a recent interview at the NYC premiere of the Thursday Murder Club, he was asked about all the names floating around, Jonathan Bailey, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and others, and what kind of man should step into Bond's world. His answer was humble and heartfelt. He said, "There are so many great men out there. There's so many wonderful actors. It's a magnificent role. Whoever finds the role, it will change their life." And you know what? He's absolutely right. Playing Bond doesn't just elevate your career, it redefines it. It becomes a part of your identity. ... Now let's zero in on that advice. Be bold. Enjoy it. Know yourself. Be strong. Go out there and have a great time. On the surface, it might sound simple, but there's a lot of wisdom packed into those few words. Be bold means taking risks, pushing boundaries, and making the character your own. Every actor who has played Bond has brought something unique to the table. From Sean Connery's rugged charisma to Daniel Craig's gritty realism, each version reflects the actor's individual strengths. What Brosnan is saying here is, don't try to copy the past. Don't mimic what came before. Instead, take the role and infuse it with your own style. Next, enjoy it, because this isn't just any job. Being Bond is a rare, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yes, it's demanding. Yes, it comes with global pressure and insane expectations. But it's also a thrill ride like no other. And finally, know yourself. That might be the most important piece. Know who you are before stepping into the tux. Because once you do, the world will project 1,000 different ideas onto you. If you're grounded, authentic, and confident, you'll thrive. If not, the weight of that role can crush you. Brosnan's words are not just a pep talk. They're a blueprint. One of the most fascinating things about Pierce Brosnan is how he's managed to stay grounded despite such a legendary career. After all, playing Bond isn't just a job. It becomes a part of your identity forever. But Brosnan has always kept it cool. He doesn't seem burdened by the legacy. He seems grateful. And that's part of the message he's trying to pass along to the next Bond. He's saying, yes, this is a massive role. Yes, the spotlight will be intense, but don't lose yourself in it. Stay true to who you are. That kind of advice doesn't just apply to actors. It's universal. It's about staying grounded, keeping your integrity, and remembering what matters most, no matter how much success comes your way. And what's really beautiful is that Brosnan delivers this advice with a calm sense of confidence. He's not preachy. He's not trying to control the franchise's future. He's just offering a few words of encouragement born from experience. That's the kind of wisdom that only comes with time, reflection, and living through it all. And honestly, it's advice that the next 007, and maybe all of us, would do well to remember. Now let's shift gears to the movie that brought all this wisdom out in the first place, The Thursday Murder Club. It's not a Bond movie, but it's got its own set of twists, secrets, and spies, especially since Dame Helen Mirren plays a retired MI5 agent. The film is based on the best-selling novel by Richard Osman, and it brings together a truly iconic cast: Mirren, Brosnan, Sir Ben Kingsley, and Celia Imrie. Think about that lineup for a second. That's a full house of British film royalty in one room. And what's even cooler? According to Brosnan, the vibe on set wasn't tense or serious. It was chill. In his words, "We chit-chat, we have cups of tea, we talk about the world and try to sort it out. Then we just go to work and play." How awesome is that? Behind all the talent and prestige, these are just real people doing what they love and having fun along the way. It's easy to assume that big Hollywood productions are high-stress, high-stakes environments, but sometimes the magic happens when you just get great people together and let them work their magic with joy. But there's a deeper layer to The Thursday Murder Club that's worth talking about. Yes, it's a mystery. Yes, it's got laughs, suspense, and clever twists. But at its core, it's a film about aging, identity, and the power of community. Pierce Brosnan said it best when he shared what drew him to the project. It's just the humanity of it. It takes courage to get old, to be yourself. At any age, it really takes courage to live life. That's a powerful message, and one that rarely gets the spotlight in modern cinema. Hollywood is often obsessed with youth and perfection, but this movie reminds us that people don't stop having dreams, ambitions, or adventures just because they've crossed a certain age. In fact, the characters in this story are full of life, solving cold cases for fun, confronting danger, and forming deep bonds along the way. It's not just heartwarming, it's inspiring, and it shows us that age doesn't limit your ability to matter, to make a difference, or to seek out meaning in life. That's the kind of message that resonates with all generations. During the same event, Helen Mirren weighed in on one of the biggest pop culture debates in recent years. Should James Bond ever be a woman? Her answer was direct, and maybe even a little surprising. She said, "It wouldn't work. Do something else. James Bond is a bloke. You can't avoid it, really." Now, depending on who you ask, that comment might spark some serious discussion. But let's be clear, Mirren wasn't dismissing the idea of powerful female characters. In fact, she went on to praise women who've worked in intelligence with incredible courage and skill. Her point wasn't that women can't be heroes, it's that James Bond is a very specific character with a very specific legacy. And maybe instead of reshaping that legacy, we should be creating new ones, new characters, new stories, roles that are just as iconic, but designed from the ground up to reflect today's world. Whether you agree or disagree, there's value in her perspective, and it opens up a conversation about how franchises evolve while still honoring their roots.